So Fable 2 pretty much is the follow-up to the first one. This is the first time we got to see this franchise on the Xbox 360. I recently looked at Fable 1 on the original Xbox and I thought it was flawed, but it was still pretty fun in some aspects. Meanwhile, in 2008, the 7th generation of gaming was starting to take full swing with games on the Xbox 360, like Forza Motorsport 2, Halo 3, Gears of War 1, Project Gotham Racing 4 the year prior. Games I know that were coming out in 2008 were Gears of War 2 and, obviously, Fable 2. And Viva Pinata Trouble in Paradise. That game was awesome. Anyway, let's see if this improves from the first game. Well, I do try to intend not to repeat myself from what I've said in my last review, and there are some new things and some decent improvements. It takes place hundreds of years after the events of the first Fable game, and you get to choose to play as a boy or a girl this time round, which is a good step up. You automatically do quests to help some lazy guard out to find some warrants at the beginning with the nickname Sparrow. Well, it's better than being called Chicken Chaser. The game itself looks pretty good though. Graphics and looks in a game were never my strong point. Granted, I do know some games have styles and some games have bigger budgets than others, but I can tell what games have good graphics and stuff, and this is one of them. The locations have changed completely with different villages and towns you can visit. All except for Bowerstone, which expanded, with a market square and everything. You can also have the ability to purchase houses much easier without murdering the owner, to get the house you want. Also, you can purchase businesses now that give you income throughout the game time span. You can now play local co-op if you want to play with someone. You can go ahead and do so. There are also guns you can use like pistols and rifles alongside the bow you can buy at the weapon stores. If it's the thing you're into, then you can go ahead as well. The game plays itself safe, and perhaps that also goes against the game as well. I mean, it also feels exactly the same. Granted, there are changes, but they also made changes that made the game good as well. They replaced the minimap with this stupid glowing breadcrumb trial, which is just a massive downgrade. Though, luckily, you can still see the minimap when you pause the game. But why not put it in during the gameplay? The will spell now is limited to only 8 spells, which is unfortunate, as it feels incredibly frustrating as you can't get the spells you want. The melee combat, I think, feels worse. I still feel overpowered to a massive extent as I level myself up. It's still the main problem for this game. As I progressed, I noticed Fable 2 was repeating itself with the story with different variants, like the Crucible being the same thing as the arena from the first game, and heading into the Spire being the same as the prison from the first game as well. I haven't progressed to that bit yet, but I did complete the main quest some time ago. They changed the way you interact with people, and it's bad. It just makes your character look way too goofy and over the top for my liking. I also have a dog you have throughout my entire playthrough, and it's useless. When I attack enemies, it does help at times, but mostly it just wanders off to find subpar treasure. It even found a condom. Seriously. However, I still like Fable 2. It does take a few steps forward in some areas while it takes a few steps back. Some of the charm of the first game is still there. I like the fact when Peter got a few improvements right, it's well done. I'm not a huge fan of his work as he goes overboard with his ideas and still and after to this day. The game was a success regardless for Microsoft. I give this game a green. Thank you ever so much for watching this review, guys. Leave a like, comment and share to improve my content in the future. I know I say this stuff so much, but it's best to hear this once and move on. Next week we'll be going to review Fable 3 in the final installment of the Fable series. See you there!
Hey, twarps, you ready for round two? I'm heck, I sure am. I brought myself a new toy. It's right in my right pocket. It's a sausage device called a gun. You want to see how it works? It's simple. All you have to do is stand there and do nothing and let the magic take care of the rest. It's an incredible device, isn't it? Well, I'm glad you like it, 'cause you're all in the way of my quest. Get in line and roll up for your inevitable deaths. I didn't say I was going to get a lawyer last time, but since I bought my new toy, I figured it'd be much cheaper and quicker. Wait. Did you guys knew a gun existed this entire time? I see it was bigger than mine. Oh well. You're all dead anyway.